FBU National Championship is brought to you by Zenith, makers of the X2 football helmet.
We're on the road to San Antonio for the 2012 FBU National Championship. Hi everyone, I'm your host Neil Sika, and this is the FBU Field Pass National Championship Team Preview Show. Joe Franklin is the team director for Team San Antonio. They hope they don't have to travel very far. We'll talk with him next, right after this.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by East Bay, where the athletes are.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University, the most exclusive football training in the country, invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only. FBU,
you know. Hi everyone, this is Neil Sika, your host for the 2012 FBU National Championship. And for the very first time, exclusive coverage of every game at the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade level. In conjunction with Swink.tv, you can sign up for the FBU Field Pass on FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com. Check out our full game, highlight, and combo packages. And we'll see you on the FBU Field Pass. We're back on the road to the National Championship. This is the FBU Field Pass Team Preview Shows. I'm your host, Neil Sika, and we're talking about Team San Antonio. They'll play in the Plains Regional in Austin this Saturday and Sunday. Their team director is Joe Franklin, and he joins us now. Joe, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. We're getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, exciting time. I'm going to say that, you're starting in Austin, but the ultimate goal is to play in your backyard in about 3 weeks' time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't have to travel very far to get what we have in mind.
Well, Joe, new across the board this year is the 6th grade teams. They'll play in the first and second round. Your opening opponent is Team Dallas, Texas, and as you know, they made it all the way to the championship at the 8th grade level. But talk about your 6th graders. As most teams would view it, a chance to build from the pipeline, that grassroots level, up through the 7th and 8th grade. What can you tell us about your 6th grade team?
Well, our 6th grade team is looking really good this year. We really scoured the San Antonio Metroplex area, looking for the kids that are just as talented off the field as they are on the field. We have a very dynamic offense run this year for 6th grade. We have a young quarterback who is just amazing in what he can do. With an offense, and he's got a great arm. He is a product of FBU from this past year, from the summer, and he absolutely learned a lot from going to our camp, and he's gonna put it in motion this year.
Good stuff. So for 6th grade, you're not afraid to sling the ball around the field, and a good quarterback will help in that department. Looking to the 7th grade team, they have a chance to compete for a national championship, just like the 8th graders. Who stands out to you on the 7th grade team?
The 7th grade team is going to be really. It's not going to be any type of one-man show. We've got a team of about 28 boys on the 7th grade team this year who have competed against each other their entire lives. And now these boys are getting a chance to play together, and the respect and the way these guys are treating each other is you would think they played with each other their entire lives. They have a young quarterback. He's very tall. As well, and then but the defense on the 7th grade team is going to be what steals the show. I'm predicting in this upcoming weekend that we're going to have at least 2 or 3 big sixes.
Wow!
At least.
So you're that loaded in the secondary, huh?
Yes, sir.
Anybody name wise that you want to mention?
Well, it's really hard to mention one because the entire defensive secondary is just they play as one. It's like one moving mechanism. And I have to give a shout out to the coaches also. Mike Garrett, coach of the defense, has really got these guys just moving as a unit. They're just wonderful.
Continuity, unity, so important, of course, when you're playing for a championship in a tournament format. Joe Franklin is the team director for Team San Antonio. When we come back, we'll talk about his 8th graders. This is the National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show. Don't go anywhere.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Football University, elite football training for the nation's top athlete.
Hey! Push it, good. Lift! Look at the hands, look at the eye level. I like it.
Let's take 5 kicks and let it go.
He was bouncing right there. He ran right to you.
It's only one ball, and everybody should be running to the ball.
Control the wrist.
Watch my knees. They go out like what? I'm climbing a big tree.
Power comes from what? Through your feet, through your hips, through the palms of your hand, guys.
I've been playing chess since I was 9 years old. Chess helps me stay focused. It helps me stay aware. It helps me anticipate my opponent's next move. To see his strategy, find his weakness, and exploit it. Chess prepares my mind for battle. Because victory requires my strength, my speed, and my intelligence. My name is Ray Rice, and I'm an enlightened warrior.
Introducing the Youth Football Coaches Association, the premier online resource dedicated to improving coaching effectiveness and promoting youth safety for all volunteers. Register free at yfbca.org and begin receiving free youth coaching information, monthly newsletters, certification, and background checks. The most up-to-date concussion information, drills for all positions and skill levels. Learn all types of offensive and defensive plays. Join us at yfbca.org, where we are making good coaches great teachers.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. There is no substitute.
We're back on our Field Pass Team Preview shows. Today we're talking Team San Antonio. They'll be in the Plains Regional playing in Austin this Saturday and Sunday as the 2nd annual FBU National Championship gets underway. Joe Franklin is the team director for Team San Antonio. Joe, before I ask you about your 8th graders, and it's an interesting dynamic. A lot of your players, I'm sure, have played in TYFA, Texas Youth Football Association. Some of the championships are winding down. Have you had any conflicts as you're running into the weekend where the tournament opens, and there's also playoffs to be finished?
Well, I mean, there's a few conflicts. I mean, we're trying to work with us as best we can to make sure game times don't conflict, and to make sure that we're doing what's right by the boys with their year-round league, but their year-round league is also doing right by the boys, and letting them compete in something as prestigious as the national tournament. So we're working pretty hard with TYFA to get that, to try to get that accomplished.
All right, good stuff. Your 8th grade team. You know, last year this was Dallas and Austin who ended up playing in the 2nd round. How many 7th graders do you have coming back to this 8th grade team, and how do you feel that this 8th grade group is better?
Well, they only have about 4 of the boys coming back from last year's 7th grade team to play on the 8th grade team. Their selection's a little bit different this year. We picked our coaches a little bit different this year, and we have an old school Bear Bryant type head coach for our 8th grade team this year.
Interesting.
Not afraid to put the ball in the air, but he's definitely going to pound you. You're definitely going to know our 8th graders are there this year. We're looking forward to opening some eyes this year.
Yeah, 8th graders, and it's a tall order to start with. Dallas, Texas, a team that went all the way to the final. You're certainly aware of that. But for the Texas region in general, it's just like Florida. I think any team saying that it's a pick of the litter. Anyone could come out of there.
Yes, sir. I agree with that. And we're not taking any of the teams, especially the Texas teams, lightly. Know how they are and know how all the teams in this area are. But we're looking forward to competing and showing people that San Antonio, we're here to get recognized this year.
Good stuff, Joe. And time is winding down till kickoff. We can't wait for that Austin part of the bracket in the Plains Regional. And we wish the best to your San Antonio teams in this second FBU National Championship. Thanks for doing this.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Joe Franklin, team director for Team San Antonio, here on this FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show. We'll step out. We'll come back with a final thought right after this.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by School of the Legends, voice of the players.
Hey everyone, this is your FBU National Championship host Neil Sika, and I got to tell you what, I am looking fly in my official East Bay FBU team licensed apparel, which you can get for a limited time only on FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com. Orders must be in by December 10th, and you can have that hoodie to keep you warm no matter where you are across the country, or that bag to carry all your gear on the road to San Antonio. Visit the officially licensed team apparel store on FBUNationalChampionship.com.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University, the most exclusive football training in the country, invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Zenith, makers of the X2 football. The FBU National Championship is brought to you by East Bay, where the athletes are.
I've been playing chess since I was 9 years old. Chess helps me stay focused. It helps me stay aware. It helps me anticipate my opponent's next move. To see his strategy, find his weakness, and exploit it. Chess prepares my mind for battle. Because victory requires my strength, my speed, and my intelligence. My name is Ray Rice, and I'm an enlightened warrior.
Hey everyone, it's your FBU National Championship host Neil Sika. On the road to San Antonio this year, don't forget, you can visit our official merchandise shops at every regional site across the FBU National Championship. We've got hats, hoodies, game tickets, and backpacks. Take full advantage and gear up today for your FBU National Championship on the road to San Antonio. We'll see you there.
Push it good. Lift. Look at the hands. Look at the eye level. I like it.
Let's take 5, pitch, and let it go. He was bouncing right there. He ran right to you.
It's only one ball, and everybody should be running to the ball.
Control the wrist.
Watch my knees. They go out like what? I'm climbing a big tree.
Power comes from what? Through your feet, through your hips, through the palms of your hand, guys.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Football University, elite football training for the nation's top athlete.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks for watching our FBU National Championship Desk Shows. We're on the road to San Antonio. You can catch all the action by visiting FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com and take advantage of our pay-per-view model. Extended content can be found at Facebook.com/National Championship or on Twitter at FBU_NC. I'm Neil Sika, and we'll see you on the road to the Dome. Until then, so long.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. There is no substitute. School of the Legends, voice of the players.